2026 of the City of Coolidge City Council. And I would ask you to join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Join us. Pledge of Allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Norma, well, we can waive the roll call here and note that everybody's here on the council for the record.
Will do, Mayor.
Moving to presentations, item 3. Presentation of Build a Better Mousetrap award by the Arizona Department of Transportation, LTAP, to the City of Coolidge Vehicle Maintenance Department for the E531 fire truck to dump truck conversion.
Hello, Mayor, Vice Mayor, Council, citizens. My name is Rebecca Maher. I'm with the Arizona Local Technical Assistance Program. We were developed by Federal Highways to give training and to increase the workforce expertise for our local municipalities and for our tribal agencies. We were created in 1981. We as the Rural Transportation Association Program. Assistance. Oop. All local agencies of Arizona are non-contributing members. There are COGs and MPOs, which is councils of governments or metropolitan planning organizations who actually do membership fee on the region's behalf, such as with Coolidge with SCMPO. Also, individual agencies within like Maricopa Association of Governments who do not contribute also put in fees to cover employees to be covered. So what do we offer for you for the City of Coolidge? We can offer on-demand training, either virtual or in person, heavy equipment training, and what's unique about our heavy equipment training, it's a 30-hour program. So we come out there, we do a 4-hour training, then it's 26 hours onto the actual vehicle that you're using, right? The piece of equipment you're using, and it's to what the City of Coolidge needs. We also have an equipment loan program, which is 2 retroflectometers. They're free of charge for any local member municipal agency. That is to be able to check the retroflectivity of your signs. We also have on-demand technical assistance, guidance, and referral services for construction, maintenance, and administrative issues. And then why we are here. Federal Highways does a Build a Better Mousetrap. And what it does is honors local agencies who come up with innovative ideas to help their agencies, such as City of Coolidge Local Innovation nominee for 2025 saved $150,000 with your fire truck conversion for the City of Coolidge. And I'll let Ben talk about that since you're the expert.
So we actually got this fire truck in. Chief Dillon could no longer use this fire truck in service for the city, and so we were deciding what to do with it. We tried to donate to Cavett. They said it was too old. They didn't want it. So Jeremy Hoover and myself were sitting out in the shop and we're like, man, this is a pretty good truck. It's only got about 28,000 miles on it, and we got to do something with this. So him and myself, and come on up here, him and myself sat here and we kicked this around and we thought, maybe we could do a water truck out of it. Maybe we could do this. Maybe we could do that. But our solid waste dump truck was literally on its last leg. I think it housed more cats than it did anything else in that thing. It was in bad shape. And so we worked with a local vendor, got a little creative with it, and we were able to convert this truck into an end dump for solid waste, which we absolutely needed, and we really just didn't have the funds to justify a new end dump over there. So, you can see the savings in it. And it's turned out to be a really great project. It's very low maintenance. It's been a good vehicle. This has been in service for about 1.5 years now, and other than just regular maintenance, that's all it's needed. So we've got a 4-seat end dump, which you just don't see that going around. So, Jeremy and his crew are the ones who did all the work on this stuff. They made sure that it happened. They made sure it painted. They dealt with our contractor and everything to make sure it got done, and we got it done very cheap. And that's just kind of one of the things that we always do over there is we're looking, if we can save a buck, we'll save a buck. I know I'm always up here, I'm always asking for money, and we need this and we need that. Roads are expensive, everything's expensive, but we really do try to cut every corner that we can, and it's you know, Jeremy and his crew's innovation, they work on everything from fire trucks to weed eaters. And so if it wasn't for these guys, none of this stuff would happen. I can kick out a good idea, but it's these guys who actually make it happen. So without them, none of this would happen. And also to speak on the programs and everything that LTAB offers, we do take advantage of those programs. So whether it's work zone, they teach our guys how to stay safe in work zone, flagging, signing, striping, and so we really do take advantage of the program. It's a very good program, so.
Yeah, I don't think Mr. Navarro's given himself enough credit. He's a great leader. He gives the Public Works team and their managers the tools that they need. As long as we're keeping up with him and the city, we can do that job. And thank you, Mayor, Council, for everything you guys supply us with and the needs that we ask for. Like we said, we're not cheap. Last but not least, I want to thank LTAP, and I do want to thank Jonathan Reese and Aaron Garcia. Those guys are rock stars. I couldn't do what I do without them guys. So thank you guys.
And what's really neat about the local innovation is that Federal Highway shares this out with other local agencies throughout the nation. We're 51 centers, so there's 50 unit, obviously the states, and then the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico. And what's going to be really neat is this right here is going to have give another local agency an idea on how to use a fire truck. And you have, right now, I think it's Minnesota, that's using fire trucks to help block lanes when there's an accident. They're disused fire trucks, and then they load them with supplies. So just think, your innovation's going to spark someone else's innovation. So thank you guys so much.
Hey, Ben or Jeremy, does that horn work?
I'm sorry?
Does the horn work on
I
the
was thinking the
side?
same thing.
That's the only thing we kept as far as emergency sirens.
You should
As
ask,
long as it looks like it's gonna be.
Yes.
you guys should have them take them for a ride.
He did a great job. That's great.
Yes, thank you guys. Any questions?
No,
All right.
thank you.
If you allow me, I just would like to get some pictures.
Did a great job, and Drake Equipment was in on it too?
Yes, they were the manufacturer for the bed.
Okay. All right, well, thank you.
Build a better mousetrap. I know.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yourself.
Okay, now we'll move into call the public. This is a portion of the meeting that if anybody in the audience has anything they want to say to address the council, they have up to 3 minutes to come up to the podium, give us your name and your address, and go ahead and address the council. Norma, has anybody requested?
No, Mayor, I didn't have anyone sign up.
I'm not seeing anybody approach. I'm going to move out of call the public, move into public hearings. Item 4, public hearing. This is the first of 2 public hearings on the alternative expenditure limitation home rule option that will be placed on the November 3rd, 2026 general election ballot. It's a public hearing. Go ahead, Eric.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and Council. Good to see you all again. Just here to answer any questions on home rule, as well as give a little bit of an explanation, as well as provide some information on potential future expenditure limitations. I'll read through our language really fast, just so anybody who may not know what home rule is will hopefully understand it at least a little bit. The State of Arizona Constitution imposes a formula-based budget spending limit on Arizona cities and towns, including the city of Coolidge. This formula-based spending limit does not take into consideration the services and programs provided to citizens by each city or town. As an alternative to this formula-based limit, the state constitution allows voters of a municipality to approve a local alternative expenditure limitation, otherwise known as the home rule option. The local alternative expenditure limitation, or home rule, allows the city or town to adopt its budget limits locally based on local needs, service levels, and available resources. A yes vote on the home rule would allow Coolidge to continue to set its own budget spending limits locally via the budget adoption process. A no vote would limit the city expenditures to the state-imposed formula limit, resulting in a reduction in city services for the next fiscal year, aka 2027, 2028. The yes vote would also allow the city to budget expenditures up to its local funding level. The no vote would limit budgeted expenditures to the state-imposed level based on population figures from 1982. In the past, the city has successfully received enough yes votes on home rule in the years 1982, 1986, 1990, 1994, 1998, 2002, 2006, 2010, 2014, 2018, and 2022. So we've been successful every time it's been forward so far since implementation in '82. The alternative expenditure limitation option is not an increase or decrease in tax rates. It's just what the city's able to spend. Estimates are based on existing income sources the city already receives and are projected to continue to receive, such as grant revenues, property taxes, sales tax, etc. As far as the projections go, we ran some calculations similar to the prior 4 years, looking at a rough increase of about 7.5% annually in terms of our total budget. In fiscal year 27-28, that would put our total expenditures and revenues up to $82,189,226. 28-29, it would jump up to $88,353,418. 29-30, it would be $94,979,925. And then in 2030, 2031, we're looking at $102,103,419. Now, we don't have to spend those figures. It's just potential expenditure limits. That way we don't spend beyond those figures and put ourselves in a hole or anything worse. Revenues are the same figures. I won't read them all over just for the sake of ease. The majority of that are local revenues. So you're looking at sales taxes, local grants, things like that. But there are between about 25 and 31 million in federal and state funds as well, based on projections from current funds we receive. And if we receive any big grants like the RAISE grant or anything like that, those numbers would definitely go up. But we're utilizing these figures based on how things have been. Hopefully no major changes in the next few months, and we can provide some good numbers to the public here. This is a public hearing, and you guys are here as well. Are there any questions?
No, it's just very important that we get it done. We don't want the state telling us what we can do and not do.
Yes, for example, in this fiscal year, the one we're in today, our expenditure limitation is about 71 million. If we went with the state expenditure limitation, we would have been about 25 million in the hole. So a lot of capital projects, road work, vital things that we've been up to, they may not happen in that scenario.
Any other comments? No, not seeing anybody else approach. I guess we'll get out of this public hearing.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Approval of minutes, discussion and action, item 5. City Council budget meeting, April 27th, 2026. Item 6, City Council regular meeting, May 11th, 2026. Item 7, City Council budget meeting, May 26th, 2026. Item 8, City Council regular meeting, May 26th, 2026. Any corrections, comments, action on these? If not, I need a motion to act.
Mr. Mayor, if there's no further discussion, I make a motion, we approve the minutes as read.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right. Now we're going to move into business items for consent. If there's any member of the council that wants any of these items removed for individual consideration, let me know which ones they want.
Mayor Thompson?
Yes, sir.
I'd like to move 13, 14, and 18.
13, 14, and 18? Okay, anybody else? All right, then here we go. Move this over here. Item 9, resolution number 26-13. A resolution of the mayor and the city council of the city of Coolidge, Pinal County, Arizona, adopting a policy and prescribing procedures for purchasing from the mayor and any member of the council. Item 10, resolution number 26-14, a resolution of the mayor and the city council of the city of Coolidge, Arizona, designating the chief fiscal officer for officially submitting the fiscal year 2027 expenditure limitation report to the Arizona Auditor General. Item 11, consider approval of entering into a cooperative purchasing agreement between the city of Coolidge and Sierra Auction Management, Inc., for the purpose of auctioning surplus vehicles or equipment from the city's inventory, authorizing the mayor to sign the necessary documents. Item 12, consider approval of entering into an intergovernmental agreement between the Pinal County Department of Animal Care and Control and the city of Coolidge for the purpose of providing animal control services through June 29th, 2029, authorizing the Development Services Director and City Manager to sign the necessary documents. Item 15, consider approval of entering into a cooperative purchasing agreement between Ellison Mills LLC and the city of Coolidge for on-call maintenance and repair services to replace the flow meter at the Val Vista lift station for an amount not to exceed $26,097.02, authorizing the mayor to sign the necessary documents. Item 16, consider approval of task orders number 2 through 4 with George Cairo Engineering, Inc. and the city of Coolidge for design review and inspection services for the off-system bridge grant project for the Selma Highway Bridge reconstruction and expansion, not to exceed $29,000. Authorizing the mayor and public works director to sign the necessary documents. Item 17, consider approval of entering into an amendment to cooperative purchasing agreement between the city of Coolidge and Western Emulsions, Inc. in accordance with Pinal County Contract Number 24028 IFB for pavement maintenance materials, utilizing capital improvement funds in the amount not to exceed $60,000 to support the FY 25-26 street work program, authorizing the mayor to execute the necessary documents. All right. I need a motion to
Mayor
act.
Thompson, I move to approve consent agenda items 9 through 12 and 15 through 17 as read.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion is second, all in favor? Oh, there's a resolutions in there. Go ahead, Norma.
Okay, Councilmember Gillespie?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Murieta? Yes. Councilmember Shope?
Yes.
Councilmember Bagno?
Yes.
Councilmember Saavedra? Yes. Councilmember Hudson?
Yes.
And Mayor Thompson.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you. Item 18. Nope, I don't want that one, do I? I want 13. Item 13, consider approval of entering into a cooperative purchasing agreement between the city of Coolidge and Skyline Builders and Restoration, Inc. in the amount of $274,375.22 for the construction of the dog park at Regional Park, utilizing Arizona State Contract CTR 061839, General Contractor Job Order Contracting JOC statewide, and authorizing the mayor to sign the necessary documents.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Just real quick, yeah, this is to get the dog park project going.
out at the regional park. So as you guys know, we received a grant from Gila River to pay for a lot of this project. And this is just coming and asking you guys to spend that money and some of the impact fee money on getting this dog park put together. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I had a few questions. So what we applied for the grant was not what was a budgeted amount already that we had gone out and basically acquired this?
Yes, so to answer that question, price had gone up a little bit, not to the total of this. When we applied for that grant, we took exactly from the design, that number. So what is exceeding that is that irrigation that's coming in. So some of that infrastructure was actually a different line item in the design that wasn't specific to the dog park. So when they asked for that specific number from our design, it had included some of that infrastructure already being in that we're gonna have to bring in irrigation-wise. So
Okay.
that combined with a little bit of it just costing a little bit more than when the design came out is what brings us to
Okay.
where we're at.
Now, where is it going to be located? Because I wasn't able to determine that from what I have.
So
Here.
if you drive through the main road in there and there's the roundabout, so we are just southwest of the roundabout, like just right there southwest of the roundabout.
Okay, but there's nothing out there right now, so I don't know where that is.
The roundabout's out there if you drive the road.
Okay, so, but then we don't have any curb cuts or anything in there, and the roadway, is it going, are we gonna do asphalt? Is it gonna have curbs with sidewalks, or,
Right now, it's millings. Eventually, there'll be curbs and sidewalks and asphalt. But at the beginning of the project, it would just be the millings, and we would get to that later.
so then the curb cuts and everything are gonna still have to be done
Correct.
prior to the completion of it?
We can utilize it as is now, but the completion of the entire project, yeah, the curb cuts would come later. But we can put in this dog park and still utilize it before putting all those cuts in.
Okay, then, what about, it's because I don't see anything in here in regard to grass or anything, so that's something else that we're gonna have to add in, or is this part of what they're doing as well?
No, the irrigation is being put in. When we discuss this, we could put sod in, and I'm not doing that.
No.
That's going to be, with dogs utilizing this park, there's no reason to spend tens of thousands of dollars on sod to get torn up. My guys will fertilize and seed the area, and we'll grow the grass that way.
Okay. All right, so then anything else we do as far as that goes, that's also going to be, come out of the impact fees, correct?
Until we exhaust all of them, yes. So you may see, we'll need some benches and stuff out there, once we get done. But at this time, there's nothing coming out of CIP or general fund related to this project or any project out there at this point.
And then there will be signage out there that tells people that they're using it at their own risk.
Yeah,
and
there's
that,
absolutely.
Because I'm just concerned about that because, I mean, if dogs get into a fight out there and humans get in between and somebody gets bit, we need to be sure that we keep ourselves covered adequately. Because, and I know that, my wife and I foster dogs for Pinal County, and they are very strict in the foster agreement that we are not to take the dogs to a dog park.
When you adopt a dog, they ask you not to take it to the dog park for the first 6 months, I believe.
Sure.
I get all my dogs from out there, but, yeah, so the signage is pretty uniform. I've been over to Casa Grande's dog park. I've been into Queen Creek at their dog park, and there is language and signs that have to go up before we can open, addressing exactly what you're talking about.
Okay, so all totaled here, because with this, I mean, 274,000, and what, just a ballpark figure on the additional costs for the grass, the shade, and any trees that we may be planting, and possibly some benches and,
So I would ballpark it at depending on how we go about doing it, the benches, the grass, and the small shade structures in each little park, between 40 and 50 for that.
Okay,
That's probably a little high, but I'd rather say high
sure.
than low.
Okay. All right. That's pretty much all the questions I had. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else? All right.
Thank you, guys.
Rick.
Mayor Thompson, I move to approve item 13 of the consent agenda.
A motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item 14, consider approval of the authorization of services task order number 2 to the professional services agreement between the City of Coolidge and Kimberly Horn and Associates for the purpose of providing environmental clearance for the new regional park multi-use path for an amount not to exceed $33,700, authorizing the mayor to sign the necessary documents. Ben?
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I'll be happy to answer any questions you have on this.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Navarro. I haven't seen you all evening.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
Yeah, and again, just some general questions here. So it looks like, I did look at yours, and it looks like we do have the, kind of like the curb cut that's right there about in the middle or whatever. And so I take it that there'll probably be some parking or something that goes right in that area that's going to allow the folks that want to come out and use the walking path to, park their cars and walk around. And I'm just curious because it also starts at this one point back over here and comes on around, then kind of ends over here. So is it not going to go the whole perimeter of the park out there, or?
So it will cover the whole perimeter of the park.
Okay.
Where you're looking at the stop, that's actually where the commercial corner is. It'll cut across on the edge of that commercial corner, so you can actually do full loop with the walking path on that. The curb cut that you're talking about off of Coolidge Avenue, we have that in the plan on the public works side. We're going to cut in that curb, and we're going to install that ourselves. I've gotten a few quotes on it, and I feel that our crew can put in this ramp to get into the park.
Okay.
And so with the grading that was done in Phase 1, all the parking areas have been notched out already. So the parking areas have been notched out, and so there'll be plenty of places for people to park over there.
All right, and then on the south end there, because when I drove by there the other day, I don't know if I saw a berm or anything with because I think it was discussed at one time because of the archery range. We want to be sure that we have a good-sized berm, so if anybody's on the walking path and they don't, get speared or anything.
So I know it doesn't look like it, but the way the archery range is graded in, there's actually about a 9 or 10-foot drop. So
Oh, okay.
while you're driving on the road back to the archery range, they're actually shooting down into, we'll call it a pit, but it's just the way the grade is. So they're actually shooting down. Now, when you're driving on the road back there, it looks a little spooky because you're driving on the road and you're about lined up, but they're actually shooting down. Rick and myself had discussed that because of the optics of it, you feel like somebody's going to thump you. And I guess if they aimed high, they could. So we're going to put up a barrier there. So that way it's the height of a vehicle over a vehicle. There'll be a barrier there. So if somebody does get a little wild on that, then the barrier will stop it.
Okay, all right, perfect. That's all I had. Thank you.
No problem.
Anybody else? Okay. Then I need a motion to approve, do something with item 14, to act on it.
Go ahead and make a motion to approve consent agenda item 14 as presented.
Is there a second? Second. Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Did she vote?
Yeah, she already voted.
Did you? Okay. All right. I'll move to item 18. Consider approval of entering into a cooperative purchasing agreement between the City of Coolidge and Power Tech Contracting LLC for the purpose of replacing the control panel for the water tower light system for an amount not to exceed $28,950, utilizing the Fountain Hills contract number 2023-065, and authorizing the mayor to sign the necessary documents.
Long time no see. Happy to answer any questions you may have on this.
Okay, yeah, I just had a few. I know that initially in the budget, we had 100,000 in there for the water tower lines, so did we find out that it it didn't need to be that expensive of a thing? It's just basically a control panel or something that needs to be, I don't know who to ask this to.
So, we did a little investigation on it. PowerTech is our contractor that we use for our streetlights. I reached out to them to see if they could take a look at it, see what's going on, since we're having some issues with it. After some investigation, they found that they've got to split up the power feed to the breakers, so they're going to split up the breakers, they're going to replace some can lights and stuff. But also by adding this controller, the controller that's in the system right now is a real low-grade, bottom-budget controller. So with this new controller, you'll be able to change and alter any of the patterns, colors, systems. You can do it from your computer. You don't have to be on-site to change this. And so we're going to update this controller. Looking through the budget, we found that we actually had $20,000 in this current budget for the water tower. So we decided that we were going to use that $20,000, and we pulled the rest from the beautification funds for the city, so we could get that handled this year, and it should be good to go for next year. So the line item for the $100,000 for the water tower should not be needed.
Okay, because I know there was also something about the lights, we weren't able to get replacements or
Yeah,
something?
they're gonna they found some that are American made, because the ones we had were, you can find them on Alibaba at the Chinese, and they wouldn't last. I mean, they would last for a while, but they were low quality. So these are commercial lights. They're gonna be the same type of lights, but American made commercial lights. That'll work better.
Yeah, so that was one of the things I asked them too. So we found replacement lights that we can actually get parts for the system, and we can actually get them on site. So when they go through, they're going to redo this controller. They'll split up the wiring. They're going to replace some of the can lights and everything. They're also purchasing some extras, so we have some on site. So when we need to do a repair, we actually have the parts.
Okay, great. Well, that's a lot cheaper than 100,000, so yeah, I'm all for that, so,
Yeah,
but,
Eloy spent $300,000 on their water light towers. So we did ours at a pretty good price.
okay, well, thank you. I have nothing else.
Okay, if that's the case, I need a motion to act on item 18.
Hey, I move to approve item 18 as presented.
Is there a second? Okay, motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. We'll move into business regular items. Item 19, ordinance number 26-06, an ordinance of the city of Coolidge setting its 2026-2027 expenditure limit and approving and adopting the 2026-2027 tentative budget for fiscal year 2025-2026.
All right. Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and Council. Good to see you all again. I think 6 times the charm. I'm here to answer any questions you have on the approval of the tentative budget, or if there's anything else we need to do.
Just one thing, shouldn't that be the last part of that, say 2026, 2027?
That is correct.
Oh, okay, all right. So
It
just
should
want to
say
make sure that
26,
that's
27.
correct there.
Just a
Okay,
typo.
thank you, that's it.
So we'll note that, and whoever makes the motion, we probably should mention that in the motion.
Just have the same things up there.
So,
With no further discussion, I make a motion that we approve the ordinance 2626 with the change of the 2026, 2027 year budget.
okay. Is there a second? Second. All right, Norma.
Councilmember Bagnell?
Yes.
Councilmember Saavedra?
Yes.
Councilmember Hudson?
Yes.
Councilmember Gillespie? Yes. Vice Mayor Murieta? Yes. Councilmember Show?
Yes.
And Mayor Thompson?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we'll move into report from council. Councilmember Bagnell?
I have nothing.
Councilmember Saavedra? Do you have anything to say?
No, I don't. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
I have nothing to add.
Nothing.
Vice Mayor Gilbert?
Just quickly, Mayor, all the parks programs, summer, Kids Camp has 160 kids in it right now, so they're real busy. All the programs are going really well. And then as far as the legislature, the governor's still working with the legislature to come up with a budget. Right now, there's a total of 2,157 bills that were introduced, so a lot of them are stopped. Right now, they're negotiating the budget, then we'll know more about the budget as we, hopefully within the next week or so, couple weeks. We'll see. That's all I have, Mayor.
Okay. I don't have anything. I need a motion to get out of here.
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
We're adjourned.